Copycats are everywhere. They're taking away from our ability to find mystery and be something better than cliches inspired by human templates and not individuals. We need to stop buying personalities in the way we buy products, because this predictable sameness is a huge wasted opportunity. Mystery follows identity. I'm talking about real identity, not a manufactured one. Welcome to my channel. It's about quiet power, inner confidence, and living life your way. While we're discussing today's topic, I'll take you with me to visit some places in and around Copenhagen. I hope you enjoy it. Being born with identity, shaping it through experiences, difficulties, and self-reflection is much harder than buying it. Few would choose to go through hardships, to develop resilience, to see rejection as a part of life, and go after goals that are deemed impossible. People with complex history and personalities are admired for being determined and multidimensional. However, they can also be controversial, misunderstood, banished from society at various points in their human existence before their impact becomes bigger than other people's insecurities. Where does the lack of genuine mystery play into this? While shopping is just a symptom, the bigger problem is that the audience has lost the ability to admire without trying to copy or reduce an individual's aura to the items they wear. Today, they're into 90s chic. Tomorrow, they'll be riding the coattails of another icon, another celebrity. Real mystery is rooted in characteristics that money can buy, and it doesn't care or need an audience to exist. In fact, the audience is the one that needs it. Artists are inspired by it and tormented by perfectly capturing its essence. There are no rules and ways to measure mystery. It's about the senses, perception, the seen and the unseen. A lot of followers want to be muses, but fail and turn into replicas, because in order to be a muse, one must accept their personality with its range of flattering and unflattering qualities. For the average person, that's unthinkable, or at least not something they're willing to show. For example, vulnerability in certain situations and arrogance in others. Such behavior is deemed too risky due to the repercussions, which to an uninvolved person would be crushing, like being excluded, devalued. But a muse doesn't need to be loved. Not just that, but going one step further, the downfall of a muse happens when she's too aware of how she's perceived and becomes dependent on the love from the outside world or suffocated by it. The moment she is too consumed by the admiration and forgets herself, she'll start to perform and lose her essence. The lack of vivid inner world is a trap where many potential muses lose sight of what makes them unique and remain as boring, pretentious, and superficial creatures. Copying in an eyeshadow technique is doable. Mimicking the thoughts behind these particular eyes isn't. But let's say the goal is not to be a muse, but to revive mystery. To effectively embody it, listening to people or pretending to listen for the sake of coming off as less of a threat must be reduced to a minimum. A healthy degree of skepticism is required, not because others don't possess valuable knowledge, but because not everything applies to everyone. There's a thin line between learning and being incapable of making autonomous decisions, following one's intuition and judgment. Figuring things out for as long as it takes and winning in non-traditional ways deserves more attention. It's important to build communities where that's allowed, not punished. That's my goal with this YouTube channel. Thank you for being here. Going back to the mystery we all seem to crave, who is at fault that we can't express our appreciation for it in a constructive way that doesn't turn into buying and slipping into a costume? I've previously discussed that in my video about how buying is not the same as being. Now I want to include AI, because the increasing AI adoption along with social media trends is making something painfully obvious. If anyone can do it, find it, buy it, be it, then no one is really it, and we have to reevaluate what it means. People should be reminded of what true intelligence, integrity, and excellence look like. Let's start with art, craft, and continue with the way we speak, write, and form our thoughts and opinions. Having access to the same source with very little creativity involved reduces what could be the thing to the next best thing, which then millions copy. Where's the mystery in that? Who wants to see an endless loop of the same ideas, places, faces? Not me. I know others feel the same way. Know who you are and protect your identity, your story. It's priceless. I can guarantee you that there are people out there who would be willing to part with almost all of their fortune to feel the peace that you feel within, with who you are, or to possess the light, voice, character, or talents you've developed. Don't for a moment believe in those trying to sell you products, services, and knowledge that are quick fixes. They are threatened by your existence and the fact that if you don't fall in line and start to value your own mystery, you will lead others towards embracing their power. Because you automatically exceed the standards and break the silly performance metrics when you're true to yourself, your aura and depth, that will attract the right people. And remember, you don't exist to please others, and needing permission or approval is the exact opposite of mystery. That's all for today. See you in the next video.